Hello students, welcome back to Study Well. In this video, we are going to learn the detailed explanation of the poem A Tiger in the Zoo written by Leslie Norris. About the poet Leslie Norris. Let's learn about the poet Leslie Norris. George Leslie Norris was a prize-winning Welsh poet and short story writer. He taught at academic institutions in Britain and the United States, including Brigham Young University. Norris is considered one of the most important Welsh writers of the post war period, and his literary publications have won many prizes. Let's move on to the poem A Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. This poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with a tiger in its natural habitat. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on parts of velvet coat in his quiet range. In this stanza, the poet describes the appearance of the tiger in the zoo and its daily movements. He says that the tiger moves up and down of his cage. The stripes on its body can be distinguished, even seen from far, as they are darker in color than the rest of its coat. The tiger walks quietly without making a sound because of his smooth velvet pads. The tiger is able to walk only few steps because of the length of its cage. The tiger is full of anger, but it's suppressed because it knows that he is helpless here. Second stanza. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the waterhole where plump deer pass. In the second stanza, the poet is filled with pity while looking at the imprisoned tiger. The poet imagines another life for the tiger other than the zoo. He says that the poor tiger should have been in his natural habitat, that is, in the wild forest. He says that under normal conditions, this tiger would have been moving in the darkness, not in the clear daylights. It would have been lying in the shadows of trees or hiding itself behind long grass, that its prey will not be able to detect its movement. In this way, the tiger would have moved near the water hole where all the animals of the forest come to drink on sunny afternoons. There, near the water hole, he would be waiting for some fat deer to pass that way. Third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. In this stanza, the poet says that even though he would prefer the tiger to live in the wild, it's not as if it would lose all touch with human civilization. He imagines what the tiger will do in case he failed to find any prey in his natural habitat. He says that the tiger would be growling at the edge of jungle near some village. He would be showing his white fangs and claws while moving here and there with the intention of scaring all the inhabitants of that village. He would thus become a cause of terror for the villagers. The poet here gives a hint that if we destroy the natural habitat of tigers, they will be forced to tend to our towns and villages to find their food. Fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. In this stanza, the poet stops imagining the tiger's alternate life and returns to its real one. The poet sees the tiger caged in a small concrete cell in the zoo, like a prisoner in the jail. In spite of all his strength, it now lies imprisoned behind the bars. The tiger pays no attention to the visitors who come to see him every day at the zoo. Instead of this, the tiger very slowly and silently moves up and down along the length of the cage without any disturbance in the form of human intervention. Last stanza. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. In the last stanza, the poet describes about the daily routine of the tiger. The tiger doesn't rest during the day because of the visitors. Even at night, it stays awake till the very last voice of the zookeeper locking up and going home can be heard. After that, too, it doesn't go to sleep. All night remains disturbed due to the noise of the patrolling cars. He keeps staring at the brilliant stars with his brilliant eyes. Perhaps he is asking heaven why he has been imprisoned there. Let's discuss the theme of the poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. Every human or animal loves freedom. No one likes to be imprisoned. In the poem, the tiger is not free. It has been encaged and its liberty has been snatched away. It cannot show its power and courage as it used to show in the jungle. It cannot roam around. Thus, it has rage in its eyes. But it's encaged. Hence, it cannot do anything and thus remains quiet. The poet is also throwing light on the rights of animals. Man has encaged wild animals for his entertainment. It's unjust because every living organism must have right to liberty and freedom. In case of the tiger, he has been forcibly put in the cage. Thanks for watching. For more informative videos, do subscribe Study Well. Please like, share and comment. In the next video, I'll be uploading MCQs from this poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, and its question answers. Thank you.